I was broke because I blew my entire life savings of 83K at the time, which made me trapped in this miserable job to make money just to survive. And I know from experience of doing all these productivity journals, doing hours and hours of learning, watching tens of thousands of hours of YouTube content on productivity and learning about other things, that stuff all doesn't work. It wasn't what was able to get me to quit this job within 2 years. And it isn't what makes me 103K in the last year completely solo. And it isn't what allows me to make videos here on the internet in my free time. In my free time is, by the way, all day, every single day for the last year. None of it was productivity habits. None of it was learning random stuff. None of it was doing some side hustle, and none of it was grinding all day. What really got me from trapped and broke to now free and rich in a sense, so not making millions and millions of dollars, but making enough money to do whatever I want, is by not doing any of that stuff and doing something that actually makes a return for me. And what I'm about to give you is the thinking in order to get the thing that makes the return for you and allows you to keep doing what you do. Because of course, you probably don't care about making millions and millions of dollars. You just want to be able to do what you want and be able to do that forever. Sure, it could make you millions and millions of dollars, but right now you just want to get out of your miserable state, and that's what I'm going to give you. But you're probably still skeptical. So to clear your skepticism, yes, I do have a six-pack, and yes, this 100% makes me credible enough to give you this advice. What actually is financial freedom, so you can actually go and get it, rather than ending up in a life that is preached to you by other people in like 65 years old, just about to die with only your anime waifu left to comfort you and obese. Then what you have to do to get it, realistically within 2 to 5 years, not like 2 to 5 weeks like gurus tell you on YouTube, which is unrealistic. And also how to find your specific path to financial freedom, so then you're not in some like miserable money chasing state doing dropshipping agency AI thingamajiggers, which is just another miserable state. Something that actually makes you happy, but then also makes you money. If that sounds good to you, then listen up, because that's exactly what I'm going to deliver you right now. So the first thing that you have to understand is learning is rat poison for financial freedom. So think about rats eating poison. When the rat eats the poison, they think they're getting the goods. They're like, oh yeah, maybe this tastes a little funny, tastes a little like bitter, tastes like shit. But it keeps me alive. It's food. It little tastes good, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat it. But in reality, what they're doing is very, very, very soon, they're going to get fucked. Or in a couple of years when they try to have babies, they're going to be sterile. So they can't actually do what is successful for a rat. They can't do the financial freedom of a rat, which is to have babies and like survive for as long as possible. So this is basically like chasing the money only, or only chasing the grind, or only chasing happiness. You need both money and happiness for whatever financial freedom that you're going to chase. And that's what makes it from rat poison to actually something that is going to get you financial freedom and a life that you want that's not miserable. Because if you're in the rat poison scenario, one of two things are going to happen. Or basically, if you choose something that only chases money, or you choose something that is only passion, you're either going to run out of money, so you're not going to be able to do it anymore, or like a rat running out of energy and not being able to eat the rat poison anymore, or not being able to chase good food anymore, not being able to make babies anymore, or you're going to eat that rat poison, you're going to destroy your health, or you're going to do the grind, you're going to do the drop shipping, you're going to do the side hustle, you're going to destroy your health, and you're not going to be able to do it anymore. Therefore, you're not going to make money, so you're still going to be in your miserable state in one way or another. But if you get a state where you're both happy and you make money, then you, of course, can do it for a long time. You're not going to destroy your health, and you can continue to the money, making it so you can actually keep doing it. And that is actual financial freedom. So the crucial thing here is to just realize that real financial freedom, the goal that you should be chasing after, is something that makes you happy and makes you money at the same time. But right now, you're probably eating rat poison. You're in a job that you don't like, literally just going to get the money to survive. So how do you change that rat poison situation into something like actual freedom? The thing that I like to think about a lot is a shrew, who essentially is eating rat poison or in a dangerous situation, but has turned it good. So the actual solution here to your rat poison situation is shit for nectar. So this shrew right here basically is licking from a carnivorous plant. And this carnivorous plant literally eats bugs, it eats spiders, it eats birds, and it normally would eat small rodents like this shrew right here. Except this shrew here has learned, or at least evolved in a way that makes it so this plant actually doesn't want to eat it. It doesn't ever close its top lid and kill the shrew. And that's because, see, the shrew licks it away, but at the same time, what the shrew does is it shits in the plant. It has adapted to shit all the time, and when it shits in the plant, it actually kind of like, in a way, deactivates the carnivorous plant from closing its lid and killing the shrew and trying to eat it instead. But this means the shrew is also getting the nectar. So in a way getting the rat poison, but now turning it into a good situation. It's just good quality nectar for it. So the crucial part is the shit. So what can you do to start? I realize I have a typo here, but anyways, what shit can you produce that makes your situation into a good one? So to get you thinking about what you can actually do, there's 3 types of freedom dumps, 3 paths that you can take to actually get this situation of turning rat poison to freedom. You can take big shit for much nectar. You can get nectar for free. This is really sketchy, but I'll still talk about it because it is a way. Or you can take small shit and get many nectar. So in the big shit scenario, if you think that freedom is always going to take somewhere between 2 to 5 years, and this is your timeline, and let's say the threshold to get freedom is over here for the amount of shit that you're able to produce. And shit is sort of like your skills or something that you're value that you're able to make. So then you make money and then eventually get the freedom from the amount of shit you're able to produce. And you have to reach this threshold in order to actually reach that financial freedom. So the big dump scenario, in the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you take this really big dump in a sense, like you're just generating shit within your body to take a massive dump. And this massive dump is like the flipping point when you finally have enough skills to now create that one big dump. And you can use those skills for the rest of your life to actually generate money to reach the financial freedom. And usually this again takes within 2 to 5 years. And what this specifically looks like is usually some sort of traditional type of business or a career. And in the many shit scenario, and also the many nectar scenario, or basically these many small losses and the many small wins scenario, to eventually get that same financial freedom within the about same time frame, is you take many, many, many small losses for a while, but eventually you're able to grow your wins a bit bigger than the losses. And you also have many small wins along the way to just kind of sustain you. But then once you're able to actually make these wins bigger than your losses, that's when you finally get the financial freedom. And this is what you call investing. So this could be trading stocks, trading crypto, trading commodities, doing Forex, actually doing like private equity, investing in some sort of like franchise, maybe like a McDonald's. You start your own McDonald's, like you put money in for a business model that already works. And then you go to the last type of freedom dump that you can take, which is trying to get nectar for free. And obviously there is no loss in this scenario. In the entire 2 to 5 years, and to be honest, in the free nectar scenario, you could probably do it in days, if not faster, to finally reach the financial freedom. But the problem is, if you get caught, you are fucked forever. So it's like you win first, and hopefully you don't get caught, or you don't get snapped by the pitcher plant. You don't get fucked by the rat poison while you're licking it. This is like scams and stealing. I don't recommend you do this at all, but I say it as an option just to make you realize that it's not a good option to take. But I mean, do whatever you want, right? The best options that you can take are business, career, or investing. Business and career are pretty much the same. You're just building up skills until eventually you can really capitalize on those skills. Or investing, like you get in a lot of reps to eventually make your skills to win a bit bigger than you lose. But you might be wondering right now, okay, well, how do you find the specific thing? Like I mentioned a different type of business. I mentioned a whole different types of ways that you could do investing. The best way to do that is either ask AI or ask another person. Like if you don't really know what to do right now, you're a little bit stuck, ask another person that has on the path to financial freedom already and can give you some little bit of pointers to help you find your own path. If you actually want that from me, you can look at top link in the description. It only takes 3 minutes and I'll answer you back, give you some help to find your specific shit. Or if you're unsure about some shit, then I'll give you some advice to make you certain to actually do it. Top link in the description. Here's also a 2-week protocol on finding your freedom dump again in 2 weeks. And this is so you don't waste time, because if you waste time trying to like learn about all these different things, you're going to end up in the rat poison scenario again. You're going to be obese, you're going to be at 65, and you're going to die there. So first step is to list the things that you can do to make shit. And again, to do that list, to make that list, you can do this. Ask AI, ask specifically for business models, and specifically give it some topics that you do enjoy about it. So it gives you a really solid list. Or I mean, you can ask me if you want. Then you try to make shit. You actually try to take a dump in the pitcher plant. You take a dump and see if it doesn't like kill you, right? That means actually doing the business model, giving it a try. So if it was some sort of marketing agency, well, you go do marketing stuff for people. If it has something to do with YouTube, then you go make a YouTube video. It has to do something with trading, then you just go make a trade. And by doing it, you learn the most. Like you can read all you want, but by doing it, you will learn the most. Then last step is you just pick the seemingly tastiest shit for the plan. So if you like them all, let's say you like them all, and you pick the one that you think will get the most results or is most valuable for the customer. In the Shrew's case, it was the pitcher plant. What is the most valuable shit for this plant? Or you take a look and like, okay, what is the one that you most enjoy? And usually that's the best answer. The one that you most enjoy is the one that you can keep shitting for, and then therefore the plants will keep giving you the nectar. The customers will keep giving you the money. So then all that's left to do is actually keep doing this process. Keep doing the thing that gives you financial freedom. Keep making the shit. And within 2 to 5 years, you should make it happen. But of course, there are people that fail, right? If you fail, well, that's years and years wasted working hard on something that gets no results. So you might be wondering, how do you actually ensure it happens within 2 to 5 years? If you want to learn how I ensured it happened for me within 2 to 5 years and make the 103K, then watch this video right here.